Yeah.
It's a waste. It's a waste of a knob with a
I know what
swan.
you mean, I know what you
They don't know what they're doing with it half the time. Now we've got some great. Do you remember? We're stopped all the silly innuendos now. But do you remember?
I think it's because they've got a long neck, and to balance them properly in the water.
Balance.
What are those things that boats have underneath?
A rudder.
No.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
the
yachts.
keels. Yeah. The big.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It might be. You might be right. Yeah.
Balance.
What about? But ducks would need one as well, wouldn't they?
Ducks don't.
Because they've got short necks.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's the necks. Yeah.
So hold on. So do you think that's so long necks, long knob?
Don't look at me, Gervais.
That's Steve.
I know. No. Sandy Tossfeg's got a tiny cock, hasn't she?
But she has got one, which is interesting.
That's libelous. I just like to say now that Sandy Tossfeg has never had a knob.
No, she's not.
But you're not lying about the neck.
No, she's got a little
Yeah,
neck.
tiny
That's
little
fine.
neck,
That's clear for all to see. I just remember a bloke I saw on Opportunity Knocks once.
Opportunity knocks.
Yeah, it was a pianist who wrote. It's true, and his name was Wayne King. Do you like Wayne King?
Carl, what's your opinion on Wayne King?
I don't know his work.
You're not a fan of his work. Okay, no, that's fine. Carl, we asked your opinion, mate, and you've given it, and that's all we can ask for.
Oh, no opinion on Wayne King.
If you're a fan of Wayne King at home, please get in touch. The email address I had ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. What was the number again? 08700 800 1234. You know, if you like Wayne King, or if you know.
No.
Oh, what are you talking about? We're asking someone's music opinion. It's a music station. What?
It's going to be like this all day.
If
Let's talk about you and your girlfriends again. I think people enjoy that more.
Wow,
you are grumpy. Why are you grumpy? You're all grumpy because you've been loaded. Come on, tell us. Come on.
I think I've got SAD.
What's that mean?
That thing when it's
Sade.
When it's dark outside and you feel depressed.
Oh yeah.
I think I've got that.
But you're from Manchester, aren't you? Isn't it like pitch black there all the time? Isn't it like which country is it? Iceland, where it's like dark all year?
The land of the mole people.
No. Yeah. I was telling Steve before. In fact, I'm not going to bore you with it. Go on. What were you saying about Wayne?
Well, you bored me with it earlier. Can't you bore him with it?
Yeah, it's only fair. What were we saying about what?
Wayne King.
Oh, Carl, play a record.
Oh, that's a disgusting, Carl. You're a pervert.
Liquido, play some rock. That's what we're doing, Steve.
We are indeed.
Before that, Weezer, Island in the Sun.
Can I just ask Carl a quick question?
Yeah, why does he swear so much on radio?
No. Carl, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
Yes.
Oh.
What were you watching that for?
Yeah, weirdo. Oh, you're always going to lose with that one. Rick, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're a Gaylord.
Oh.
That is actually the official way of finding out if someone's gay.
That's how Oscar Wilde got caught.
That's exactly how he got caught.
Yeah, they went, well, we got no evidence the arm was okay. Anyway, cheers, my lad. Oh, before you go, Oscar, see that film last night? Gaylord Say No?
No.
Take him away.
Yeah.
Take him
to that bender downstairs.
Take him out of my sight.
That is how they got him.
Yeah.
That's the official way.
Yeah.
Children in Need last night, Rick.
Oh. I watched a bit of it.
Did you watch any of it, Carl?
It's
awful,
It is pretty bad.
It's the worst thing ever. I mean, I've said this before, the thing about Children in Need, it makes the whole country and BBC One for one day into just one big school fete.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's so pathetic. The entertainment is ill thought out. It's just boring.
I'd prefer it if they just made everyone pay £1.
That'd be fine, yeah.
And they make more money and we wouldn't have to sit through it.
Just add it to the licence
But
fee.
surely surely that's just a taxation that we should,
But that's
as
fine.
opposed to going through this nonsense of seeing people from West End musicals who aren't
As well, because I know there was Terry Wogan at one point going around the audience with a bucket, just rallying it, getting up members of the audience to put loose change in a bucket. This is national television.
Yeah.
And I watch them. They've already had to sit through 3 hours of rubbish. Now you're making them pay for it.
Does he get paid?
I don't know if he's done it for. I know there's a lot of people who go on there though. All the pop acts that go on there, they're all plugging a new single.
Of course, but that's
It's like it's this mask of this charade of charity, but they're all plugging a single.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic. It's utterly pathetic. They may as well bring on a big tombola, and guess how many kind of pennies are in the jar.
How did Pudsey lose his eye as well?
Well, you get another one out if you're not careful. And I watched it quite late because we just had it on in the corner. We were chatting and stuff, and about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, they'd been promising this for ages. It was a couple of sort of Hollyoaks stars or something, male stars. Were going to be part of a male striptease.
Yeah,
a full Monty type.
I turned that off.
Yeah,
I didn't want to watch that, Steve.
It's how Do you notice the way he said he'd been promised it for ages? It was
Yeah.
like 1 a.m, almost
Carl's
like he'd been staying up.
Yes,
What,
Carl's
you've got the measure
you.
of me, Carl.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No? No, but the point was, like, the thing about the, are you a Gaylord tied to a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are, then.
There you are.
That's
Done
another
ya.
piece of evidence.
You really done me.
But no, seriously, so they bring on these, this male stripper kind of gang come on, like, you know, firemen or whatever. And they come on, and they like, cut to the audience, and there was one woman just putting her glasses on. Like about a 40-year-old woman. It was 1 in the morning, she'd fallen asleep, and her friend must have gone, Agnes, quick, put
Here
your
it
glasses on, wake up, they're getting their cocks out.
You're
And I
re-
mean cocks.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they did this striptease, right? They did this striptease, and I have to swear, right? They went right down to their underwear. They had these kind of, and they were just flashing their arses. It was, and I was thinking, this is for kiddies, and it was obscene. It was utterly obscene. I was
Not 1 in
actually
the
appalled.
morning, it's not.
What are you talking about? It was appalling. It's
But the
children.
charity is.
No, but it was just, it was offensive. I was offended by it. It was the BBC. It was charity, and there were blokes with their todgers almost out.
Yeah, but the fact is, but it's post-watershed. You can have any event and give it to anything, can't
No,
you?
that's not right. It's for children. Because a lot of children will stay up and watch that. Their parents will go, yeah, it's fine, you know, you can stay up and watch Children in Need. That's for kids.
Yeah, but then
You know?
asses aren't, you know.
It was, but it wasn't just arses. They gave the impression they were fully nude. I mean, thankfully they weren't. I made a close inspection, but it was obscene.
Hey, yeah, me and Carl
You got the
are
measurement.
looking at each other.
Yeah, you're looking at each other, gazing into each other's eyes.
Yeah, just for 1 week only, we're back at score, okay? There's innuendos. We laugh when we say the word bender, cock, tits meaning birds.
Carl and Ricky sitting in a tree, Kissing. Rick, have you been enjoying Bubba Sparks' current hit, Ugly? You're ugly, oh I'm ugly, ugly. A song which means nothing to me, actually. I can't relate to it at all. You've
I
heard
have,
of it?
yeah, I have,
What do you make
yeah.
of Bubba?
I like Bubba.
He's a sort of down south kind of rapper.
I know where this is going. I bet you've got a little bit of Bubba in your hip-hop challenge.
Oh, well, we did have the hip-hop challenge a couple of weeks ago, but I lost. So basically, we're just playing a favourite hip-hop track of
Yeah,
ours, aren't we, each
yeah.
week? And this is my selection. It's from Bubba's current album. It's not the hit, Ugly. It's, the album's actually called Dark Days, Bright Nights, and I believe this song presumably comes from that title, because it's called Dark Days, Bright Nights. Enjoy it, Rick.
I will.
Bubba Sparks, Dark Days, Bright Nights, title track of his current album. Rick, what do you make of
I
it?
love it.
Do you enjoy
it's
it?
great. It's hypnotic. It's the chorus. Is that a song? Sounds like Stevie Wonder?
It does
or-
sound like Steve. I don't know. I haven't got the inlay sleeve to hand. I can't tell you.
Does anyone know? Maybe they could call in.
Rick, I'd love to give out the number. In fact, I will. 08700 800 1234. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, who is providing the chorus for Bubba Sparks' Dark Days, Bright Nights, 104.9 XFM.
Wow, from Bubba Sparks to Sparky Bubs. Those Sparky Bub boys swayed.
Hey, slick.
Strokes, last night on XFM, 104.9 before that, Suede.
Absolutely.
Beautiful ones. Fella just phoned up and said you were talking about waterfowl before.
Cocks.
The only bird with a penis is the swan. And he said that it was worried him about the ugly duckling. They'll go about, oh, he turned into a swan, but ducklings, they're not called ducklings, they're called cygnets. I pointed out that the swan in question didn't understand, because
Right.
he thought he was a
An ugly
duckling.
Yeah.
And that all the other ducks sort of laughed at him because he was all gangly and everything. But he turned into a swan, and he realised, oh, I was a swan all along.
Yeah,
See?
the ugly duckling story got me through so many bleak nights as a child.
You couldn't wait to one day turn into a swan.
Still waiting for it.
So you could have a knob,
So I
presumably.
can have it, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because, look, Carl, look, don't worry, it's a nice little, no one's going to complain about this. It's a lovely,
kids'
childish, lovely little innuendo. There's nothing nasty or vicious, there's no
And anyway,
hate.
off air, you're a different kettle of fish. You were
Yeah.
trying to get us with the Gaylord's joke.
Yes,
just
he
now.
was, and he tried to do this. We'd done the Gaylord. Do you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No? Carl, trying to get his own back, went, did you watch Gaylords last night? Brilliant.
It's got to be, did you see that film last night, Gaylord Say No? And then you say no, and we all point and laugh.
Oh, I was going to ask you, is it true he's leaving Friday? Robinson Crusoe.
Nice one. High five, Rick. Oh, he got you right. He got you the right one there. I don't know what that means, but he did.
Anyway. Yeah.
We're talking about children in need, Rick.
Oh, yeah.
And, Carl, what's wrong
He's
with
just
you?
got it. He's just got it.
He's just
Go on.
got
Yeah.
We're talking about children in need earlier, and as I say, I'm not a fan of it. And this is a couple of years ago. I was working, and I had to drive up to Blackpool
Oh, yeah.
And so it was Comic Relief night. It was a Friday night. And we were listening to all the different kind of BBC radio stations, so they all cover Comic Relief. They all sort of link up as one big
Yeah.
thing. And I think this was maybe like sort of, I don't know, BBC Solihull or something. And they've always got like, they've got this one guy in the studio doing all the DJing, and there's some bloke who's sort of outside the BBC with some kids and whatever else, kind of doing a live link up. And the guy outside was Steve Baxter. I forget the name of the DJ inside.
I love the fact you remember this man's name.
Well, it's important because we're listening, and the guy in the studio, he's there and he's chatting away, and he's going, got a signed picture here of the Spice Girls. All the girls have signed that, so the highest bidder gets to win that, and you have that. And I seem to have run out of words. He just said, I seem to have run out of words, and we were like listening, like, okay. And he just went, I seem to have run out of words. I wonder if Steve Baxter's got any for me. And Steve Baxter's just outside, like, obviously not ready, just going...
Didn't have any words either?
Yeah, no words.
Well, who's got all the words then?
It was wordless.
I don't believe it. He's probably used up too many words in the first hour.
Exactly. He just used all the words up.
And he didn't want to repeat himself.
Exactly.
So he just thought, that's it.
There's a hideous blunder. So we were enjoying that and the work of Steve Baxter. And we were driving along, and then we were driving, and we got stuck in this jam on the way up to Blackpool. And I saw this kind of white Mercedes, like, a couple of them. I thought, it looks quite swank, you know, and swank. And I drove up, we were driving up behind it, and the number plate was something like, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was something like Orv 1. I'm thinking, interesting, Orv 1, you know. So we're driving alongside, who is driving? No, actually, it wasn't a driver, there was a guy driving it, in the front seat, asleep.
Green Dock.
Keith Harris.
Really?
Keith Harris was there, Orville, as I recall, on the back seat.
Oh, no.
I couldn't believe it, yeah.
Was asleep or?
I think he was asleep.
Just knackered.
I didn't see Cuddles, the crazy monkey. I imagine he would have popped up at some point, just kind of annoying the driver's hair, just going a bit crazy.
Yeah, you've got. I think Cuddles has to go in the boot.
He's got to go in the boot because he caused havoc.
Yeah, and knowing Cuddles, he'd put his hands over the driver's eyes,
exactly,
knocking around,
causing all kinds of trouble.
But the thing is, he doesn't understand road safety. To be fair,
well, he's a monkey.
Yeah,
he's a monkey, and he's got a lisp,
and not even a real one at that.
No.
You see, the thing what was about Orville is that argument raged for years between him and Harris, and Orville's right. He can't fly.
He can't fly. Yeah.
So I'm worried that Harris will lull him to full sense of security.
But you can fly.
Yeah, and then when Harris is out, Orville will climb onto a chair, onto a windowsill, basically think he can fly, and just plummet.
Yeah.
To his death.
Just a quick point about Orville. I'm surprised he's still not potty trained. Because he's been wearing that nappy of his for years.
I know.
He can talk. He's mastered the power of speech.
Yeah.
Still crapping everywhere, I assume.
I assume so.
Flying around.
Yeah.
Mess.
And as we definitely know, he's a duck, so he hasn't got a cock.
He has not got a penis.
Penis, sorry. That was a mistake. There, I did say cock.
Did you mean penis, though?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have said that, Rick.
I'm really sorry.
You should have pretended you meant bird.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Oh, we're gonna
put your fingers in your mouth like this, Carl. Right? Put it apart like that.
Alright.
Now just say bucket and spade.
No, with your fingers in your
put
mouth.
your fingers like that and just say bucket and spade.
Bucket and spade.
No, don't do
keep
that.
your fingers in your mouth when you say it.
Bucket.
Oh, Carl, play a
that's
record.
outrageous, Carl.
Smashing Pumpkins, Untitled Mix FM 104.9. I just got to tell you something, Steve. Remember, at my birthday party, my girlfriend had bought me one of those arcade games. You put money in a pub.
Oh, it's a quiz machine, though.
Quiz machine, yeah, touch the screen. And we're all playing, but Steve, with his general film knowledge, people were getting like 100,000 points and getting through, right? Steve got something like 8 million.
Right, listen, I got the top score on a movie trivia quiz game, right? Who's the geek now?
Yeah.
All right, Carl? Hello.
No, but it was impossible. And I tried it, and for like months after, I just thought, I've just got to knock him off the top. And I did it with all the other categories, and I was best at rock. Let's say that. But by no means is, you know, the gap between a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Johnny Camden, the lovely Irish comedian, came round last night, had a couple of goes. He got something like 30 million.
That's mental. That's madness.
Yeah. In fact, you're right, because Johnny bought this comic, right? He loves Doctor Who, and he bought this comic, and Steve, he left it there, and Steve, I got a post-it note on every page wrote geek. Yeah. Johnny gets it home, reads it on the tube, and there's geek written on every page. That's the sort of vicious man Steve is. He can hand it out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him calling you a geek. What must that feel like, to be called a geek by Steve Merchant? What do you think, Carl?
Every week he has a go at me anyway.
What are you talking about? A go at you? You're having a go at me every week.
3 weeks.
What?
You've been having a go at me.
I have not had a go. You've always had a go at me.
You've always said to me, what do I look like? And what do you expect me to do? Lie?
Oh, he's done you again, Steve!
No, I'm not getting into this.
He's done you
A
again.
young lad called up before and said, have a go at Steve again, these looks. And it's not like a game. I'm not like coming in here every week and wanting to make you look, come across as an ugly bloke. Don't need to do that.
He's done you up.
I can't.
He's done you
Is this
up.
because of the Gaylord stuff?
No, it's
That you're
just,
having a go at me again?
Oh.
it's just that you had a go at me before.
I didn't have a go at you
at
at all. I was talking to Ricky. I haven't had a word. I haven't spoken a word to
Your
you.
eyes.
Is this why you're in an ugly mood? A bad mood? A generally grim mood? Is it because you just think I'm going to have a go at you?
I don't know what it is. When I get here, you're all right, and as soon as you come in here, you change.
I haven't done anything. What are you talking about? You're paranoid. I haven't said anything, mate. I've drawn a little picture of you here, but I've
I'll
not
tell you
said
what.
anything.
What we need now is a song for the lovers. I want to tell
Rick,
you now.
please.
This has been one of my favourite songs for about 20 years. It's by David Bowie. Now, David Bowie's had his phases, and I liked his glam stuff. And Tin Machine went off. He's always sort of there, on and off, right? But this song is off Space Oddity. It's called Letter to Hermione, and I don't know why he stopped writing songs like this, because this is probably one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded. And I know Steve agrees with me on this.
I do indeed. Rick, can I just kiss and make up with Carl?
No, that is...
No, let me just kiss my kiss.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Next week it'll be the same again. It doesn't mean anything. It's like
Let's
saying
kiss on the
sorry.
lips. Kiss on the lips.
Go on, he's...
Get
I've never... Carl has gone
his tongue.
a absolute shade of purple, straining not to have merchants...
There's no point, Steve.
No.
There's no point.
No, just shake and make up.
Shake what, Rick?
There you go. All friends, sit down. That's lovely. That's a lovely moment. It's XFM 104.9, and this is Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. It's beautiful. Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. Well, after that, I think he wrote The Laughing Gnome.
I know, it's just... the thing about David Bowie, I feel the same way. It's like, great fun records. I saw him at Glastonbury, absolutely fantastic entertainer. But his songs have never gripped me. They never got me at the heart,
Except that one.
Except that one. That's the first one I've ever heard of his, which really got me in the
good.
gut.
Yeah.
Amazing lyrics.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Carl, what were your thoughts?
It's alright.
Yeah, you're a poet, Carl. Play something else then.
Blur. Coffee and TV. Good to hear that one again.
Yes, good.
Before that, Radiohead, True Love Waits. Wow. Steve, it's time for my world-famous film review.
People love it.
Yeah.
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 How can I just ask, before
Go on.
you crack on with the film review, I notice you often do films that people have already seen.
Well, you see, that's what I mean. That's why I think your film review failed, because people didn't know what film you were talking about. They hadn't seen it.
Yes.
See, there was mine. I picked ones they've seen.
Sure.
That
Because a lot of people would say that the benefit of a film review was the fact that they hadn't seen it yet, so they were going to make up their mind based on that
I don't know.
review.
I don't know who'd say that.
I prefer Ricky's.
Okay.
See?
All right,
Big-
Carl. See, there you are again, being nasty to me.
No, he's got a choice.
All right, anyway, so my point is that how would you hope people would use your reviews? Rick?
However they want.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
So,
Would you hope that they'd maybe seen the film but they hadn't yet made up their mind?
whether they liked it or
Whether
not.
they liked it or
well,
not.
this is up to them. This is this is for everyone. It's easy.
So if someone say it's... Because I think, was it you did, one of your most famous ones, I think, was one for the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Now that came out, I think, in 1975.
Yeah.
So maybe some people saw it in 1975, haven't yet made up their mind as to what they thought
Yeah.
of it.
Now this put them straight and what
Sure.
to look for next time, maybe.
Okay.
Now ready? Ricky Gervais film review.
Sure.
Review. Right. Chosen Rain Man.
Rain Man. Okay, now this has been on TV quite a few times and it was a multiple Oscar winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, okay, right. Rain Man, it's got Tom Cruise in it,
Yep.
and he's alright, he's normal, but he finds out he's got a brother who's a bit mad. Dustin Hoffman is doing it, right? And it's meant to be. He's all weird, but he's meant to be, so it's good acting. Now, he needs to keep his brother, but they don't want him to have a brother, and he doesn't remember a lot, but he dropped him in the bath and burnt him when he was little, clumsy idiot. But then he finds out he can make a bit of money, so they get the same suits, and they go bet two for good, well, because he's got special powers. So he can know what the roulette. He wins that, and he drops some toothpicks. He knows how many there are, and he recognises the waitress. He just read through the book. He's got all his football cards. Don't put them out of order. Don't go in the telephone box with him. He smells, and get him back in time for Jeopardy or watch it. Anyway, then he slap his head and get worried. Qantas don't crash. So he's got all that, and in the end he doesn't. I don't think, but at least they've met each other.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, Rain Man, a film about autism, which is strangely appropriate, I think, when you're reviewing it.
Anyway,
What would you give it out of 10?
oh 9.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. Were you useful? Yeah? Have you seen the film before?
No, I will now.
Okay, jolly good. Well, excellent.
New Order. 60 miles an hour on XFM 104.9. Well, quarter of an hour to go.
Yep.
You've still got your song for the ladies.
Song for the ladies coming up. Time now, though, Rick, for Under the Covers.